This alternative look was heavily inspired by Japanese anime and the female bob. Its components are that of strength, heaviness, and sharp lines. It's a Marmite style look for the individual who isn't afraid to stand out. I began by mapping out the haircut and breaking it into 4 zones. The back, 2 side panels, and a triangular panel in the fringe. I split the top in a hot cross bun style section to help me distinguish the front from the back of the haircut. Once the haircut was sectioned out, to create strength and in order for the haircut to sit flat throughout the back, I knew I needed to remove some hair from the hairline. Therefore, I assessed Cameron's hairline and decided to remove and undercut some hair from underneath. This then allowed me to create a stronger line for my line technique to follow. This line in particular is probably one of the most important parts of the haircut because it's going to decide the overall choice of length for the rest of the style. Using my razor, I created my first guideline at the back. Once I've created that guideline, I took subsequent diagonal sections all the way through the back, bringing each new section to the initial guide, creating a strong line. This ensures I maintain as much weight as possible through the entire panel. As this haircut was inspired by the bob, this is quite an unconventional approach for me to take. It's not one that you'd usually see me doing, but it's a completely different approach, and it just shows you guys that the techniques that we use can be applied in multiple different ways to create multiple different looks. Once working through both sides at the back, not having any more hair to cut at that bottom guideline, I then clipped the back away and I moved on to the side panels. Using the same style of line technique, I firstly created a strong line at the hairline using my scissor. This choice of length disconnects the sides from the back. As a barber, disconnection for me was something that was really difficult to wrap my head around. For these alternative looks and styles that aren't built for functionality, it is okay to have a difference in length between one zone and another. Using the same process and technique that I used through the back, I took horizontal sections and brought each new section to the initial guide above the ear. I rinsed and repeated on the opposite side, using the hairline as my guideline. To add extra strength to the overall look, I created another disconnection in the final panel, which was the fringe. Here I created a cropped look using only the hair in the triangular section. The same line technique that I used in the back panel and both side panels I used here in this panel in the front also. Once the wet shape was cut, I blast dried the look with my Dyson Gentle Air attachment on the Supersonic before going through with my professional concentrator attachment to smoothen the hair out before putting the final touches on this look. Once the hair was dry, I used a mixture of my precision scissor from Excellent Edges and my Andis Slimline Pro and visually sharpened up the hairlines prior to styling and finishing with some texture powder. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Browse through the index for many more fun, creative tutorials just like this one. Thank you and happy creating.